Pryor. I'm a physical therapist, and this is Nicole Raitt with the uh, Evergreen. And we are going to talk about the CPRCS, the Certified Primitive Reflex Clinical Specialist certification. Uh, Nicole, can you say like who can get this certification?
Absolutely. Thanks for the introduction, Karen. So, this is for a wide range of rehab professionals, including physical therapists, PTAs, occupational therapists, OTAs, SLPs, athletic trainers, chiropractors, optometrists, nurses, vision therapists, and massage therapists. So, we have quite a variety of professionals that are eligible for the certification.
Yeah, let's also include physicians because this is neuro based and we may want your physician on the same page as you. And
Absolutely.
what we're going to talk about is what the course is about. The certification deals with the nervous system because that's where the problem lies in most all children that have abnormal movements. If they have high tone, if they have low tone, the primitive reflexes are pattern high tone spastic synergies. So, we're going to discuss, and I will teach you how to put those reflexes in the background where they live rather than in the forefront, and they are obligatory positions. You'll take 18 hours of class. Then we will have quizzes for you to take that are not difficult. And then there's a one on one session with me that's 1 hour. I just want to make sure that you understand what the course was about. If you have any questions, if you have patients that you go, look, I'm really stumped, I need some help, I can help you with that. Now, when there is a malformation in the cortex or there's a stroke in the cortex or midbrain, the lower centers show up to work. And there's the reptile in the reptilian brain. You have patients that can't roll over, can't come to sit, have poor balance because they cannot rotate. We discussed that and how to get to where they have more active movement. This primitive reflex certification is going to expand your knowledge, and you're going to go, gee, that just makes sense. And we want to change how they actively move. Some of the other primitive reflex integrations have you do passive movements, but it's in the active movement of the child that where the push comes to shove and they're having difficulties. So when they are having difficulty with rolling, coming to sit, pull to stand, and they have no balance, and sometimes we just go, well, we'll just take them from trying to get them in sitting balance and put them in a walker. Well, they're missing all these micro milestones. They have to have all these minute skills to get to higher level skills so they can walk, run, play, and move, hopefully without a lot of equipment. Nicole, you want to go over who can take this course?
Absolutely. I know we kind of went into that in the beginning of the different rehab professionals that are eligible for the certification. And also, really just wanted to point out that, in addition to all of those things that you learn, it's not just about learning this one time, that's the intention of the certification, is that you need to maintain that education and renew that. And so that's what's so important about not just taking the course, but then coming all the way through for the certification. So all of those professionals that I mentioned earlier, the PTs, PTAs, OTs, OTAs, all of those, they all need to have an active current license to be eligible for certification. And then that certification is maintained every 2 years.
That's great. I also wanted to add anyone can take this course. Anyone, parents, educators, psychologists, psychiatrists, but the people in practice that Nicole was discussing are the people that can actually get the CPRCS designation. So I just wanted to make that clear. But anybody can take this class. If you are concerned about your child, you can take this class. It's 18 hours, it's power packed, everything is set for you to be ready to go to also help assist your child at home. Now, why is there a need for individuals to be certified in primitive reflex course in this certification class? Well, in every setting, you're going to find patients that have had central nervous system disturbance. They have impact, gunshot wounds to the head, gunshot wounds to the spine. They're going to have change in tone. They may have strokes. They may have TBIs, concussions, closed head injuries. They have changes in their vision. They have changes in their balance. They may end up in a primitive reflex pattern. And you go, well, geez, what can we do to help this patient? Splinting is not always the answer because it just positions the body part, whether it's hand or foot or trunk. We need to change how the brain functions, and we utilize neuroplasticity to rewire function on the area of the brain that is not impacted by the insult, the injury. You can use it in school systems, hospitals, private clinics. You can use it in early intervention areas. If you make visits to their home, please teach the family everything to do all the days that you're not attending to the patient, because practice makes pathways. You wouldn't think of learning piano without practicing every day. Well, you can't change their posture, their control, their function without having carryover every day. One thing that I do with parents is I record on their phone and have them see themselves working with their own child on skills that I teach them or other therapists teach them. So then they feel like, hey, this is my private YouTube on my own phone. I ask them, don't share it because no child is like your child. Another thing that this course will give you is the ability to reassess each time you see that child, because no child is ever the same day to day, week to week, month to month. Hopefully, they will increase in skills and you'll be able to platform to push progress ahead. Now, what you do is you watch the course, and, you can snack, you can be in your warm-ups or, have your feet up or, wait for your children to finish their soccer game while you're watching. Then takes the quizzes. The quizzes are not difficult. And then, like I said, the one-on-one consultation, the most feedback I had is, well, this is low stress and it's really kind of fun. Now, in 2 years, there's a recertification process because we want to add more research. We want to add more skills to your toolbox because many times therapists work alone. They don't have someone teaming up with them. So we want you prepared to where you can just pull arrows out of your quiver and continue to work with that child on the go right there. So, what are the certification requirements? It's on the Evergreen Certification website. Here is the link. I'm going to leave this up so you can copy it down. It's a website, and you can search for Certification Primitive Reflex Clinical Specialist. If you don't forget the whole link, but it's evergreencertifications.com. It's CPRCS. And you'll be ready after this 18 hours of teaching to hit the road running. Also, after this course, I have a design for an arch in a heel cup that will line up the child's feet in a neutral plane, but the insoles are made of gel, which is more of a dynamic type of support for the foot. So the foot is exercised, the lower leg is exercised, rather than a hard splint that takes over the function of the leg. So the foot and the lower leg are not always exercised and developed with increased muscle power increased bone density and increased ligament strength and tendon strength. So you'll get this 14-minute video as well when you finish this course, so you can make your own gel insoles. So this is a little girl. I don't even know if I can hit, maybe I can hit it up here, but you want to always make any therapy service fun, because children and adults will play a lot longer than they will work. And I'm hoping when I click this, it plays. It's right at the bottom. Well, it didn't carry over. Anyway, this little girl says it is so fun. It's just so fun. And it's just amazing. So if I had been able to click this, I carried it over to another type of format. But this little girl had difficulty with her coordination, and she had some primitive reflexes. She was deemed clumsy, which you may have patients that have clumsy in part of their diagnosis. But she could stack 4 blocks. So here she's so excited because she could stack all the way over her head. And we want you to reach new heights and accomplish great things. We need to reach our children early so they can progress and have fulfilling lives. And when you free the child to do great things, you're also freeing the family.
Absolutely. That's a really great story. Thank you for sharing that, Karen. That's amazing.
Do we have questions from anybody?
Don't know if we have any live questions coming in, but we'll put the link up there. So if anybody is interested, you can go check out evergreencertifications.com/CPRCS. There's the link there at the bottom for you. And yeah, if you want all of this amazing knowledge from Karen and have a chance to meet with her one-on-one, and then you'll be able to come on through and get certified, which really shows off to other professionals that you went through all of this intense training and consultation to maintain that certification. So it's really great to have that credential after your name to show off the hard work that you did achieving this.
Thank you for your time, everyone.